Unaweza ongea. Self-esteem, unasema ndio hivyo. Self-esteem. Naweza kuuliza maswali. You can be mixing languages. What is self-esteem first of all?
Self-esteem is a confidence.
Yes. Now you are right. What are what is self-esteem? Swali la kwanza. Self-esteem. Swali la kwanza. Yes.
Self-esteem.
Yes. Swali la pili ni kuna esteem, self-esteem ambayo ni positive na negative side. So what are these characteristics of positive side? The characteristics of negative side.
Negative side. You're shy, fear, confidence.
Those are the characteristics of negative side.
Yeah. Positive and negative. Courage. Yeah. Sasa ni zote.
Courage is the positive side.
Tunasema zote, both sides. Kama ulikuwa unasema positive.
So you're not recording. It is counting. It has been.
So ni
Kata bwana. Tuko shua nani.
Mchana majira Afrika ya Mashariki. Leo ni siku ya Jumamosi ya tarehe 22 mwezi wa pili mwaka 2025. Right? Na basi sasa hivi tunataka tukung'oa nanga moja kwa moja tuweze kuingia kimasomaso ndani ya kipindi cha The Youth Zone, ambapo siku leo tupo na mgeni wetu upande mwingine wa studio ni bwana Shamba wa Shamba. Atakuwa anaendelea anajitambulisha zaidi na majina mengine mengi ambayo labda ungependa kuyajua. Najua tumeshazoea Shamba wa Shamba. Sasa labda kuna jina lingine ambalo sisi hatujui, nitampatia nafasi hii aweze kujitambulisha. Na pia siku leo tutakuwa na mada fulani ambayo mara mingi tunaichukulia kizembe tu na kuichukulia kama jambo la kawaida, lakini ni jambo ambalo linatuhusu sisi. Shamba wa Shamba tutakuwa anaweza kuchanganua zaidi ili tuweze kupata ufahamu na kuelewa ni jambo lipi ama nini tutakuwa tunamaanisha kuhusu heshima ya nafsi ama thamani ya nafsi ama kwa kimombo ambapo tumezoea ni self-esteem. Na hivyo basi moja kwa moja niweze kumkaribisha aweze angalau kusema jambo kwanza kabla hatujafungua kipindi vizuri na mada yetu ya siku ya leo. Mambo vipi?
Mambo shwari, mambo kwa Yesu.
Weekend imekuwaje?
Weekend imeanza vizuri.
Yes.
Tunashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu ya kwamba ametupa nafasi nyingine tena kukutana katika kipindi hiki cha vijana na kukutana katika jumba hili kuu ambalo mara nyingi wengi wanaliita parokia hewani. Kwa hivyo ni furaha yangu kuwa hapa mara nyingine tena katika miguu ya mtawa ama Sister Aurelia ambaye leo hataweza kuwa nasi, lakini mimi nipo kwa ajili ya kumwakilisha. Asanteni na nakaribisha vijana wote kujiunga nami kuyadadavua ama kuyachambua masuala haya ya vijana, haswa sana swala hili ambalo umetaja hapa, swala la self-esteem ama thamani ya nafsi ama heshima ya nafsi ulivyosema. Kwa hivyo natumai ya kwamba vijana wote na wazazi wa hawa vijana wataungana nasi na kutembea nasi moja kwa moja mpaka mwisho, tukiwaletea matangazo haya ama tukiwaletea makala haya kutoka katika nyumba hii ama redio hii, Radio Maria Kenya Nairobi, sauti ya Kikristo nyumbani mwako. Asante.
Alright, asante sana. Kila ambacho tunasikia ni jina lako kutoka kwa mdomo wako.
Mara nyingi sana mimi huwa naambia watu ambao nakutana nao na wanaonisikiliza hata kwa sasa, nawaambia leo hii bado jina sijabadilisha. Mimi ni yule shamba wa shamba, ila tukifika mbinguni nitaitwa Christopher.
Najua mimi niko na jina ya Monday. Kulingana na watu nitakutana nao Jumatatu wana jina lao.
Okay.
Kwa siku ya Jumanne wana jina lao. Na hizo siku nyingine. Lakini wewe acha nikupongeze kwa kuwa na jina moja, ubadiliki.
Mimi nina jina moja tu, isipokuwa tukifika mbinguni hapo ndo nitabadilisha kidogo. Lakini hapa duniani mniite shamba wa shamba. Nyuma ama mbele ya mikrofoni.
Asante sana. Alright, nataka tuweze kuingia moja kwa moja ndani ya mada yetu ya siku ya leo, ambapo tunazungumza kuhusu self-esteem ama heshima ya nafsi ama thamani ya nafsi. Najua kwamba umetutayarishia makala ambayo tutakuwa tunaweza kuchanganua siku ya leo ili tuweze kujua hii self-esteem kwanza ni nini.
Okay, naam. Maybe we turn to English now and start talking about our topic today. First of all, I wish to express my sincere apologies to the listeners. Maybe they expected to hear a different voice. That was for me to be the host and maybe a guest, but we didn't make it to find one. And I challenge all Catholic youth to listen to this and to also approach the management at least to share their views on a day like this, because this is a youth zone. So this is where the matters concerning youth, concerning their health, are always discussed. So it is always good for them to avail themselves and come here to share their life. Then number two, I want to say that self-esteem is a theme chosen specifically for today, as you said earlier on, that many people take it for granted, but it is a very important aspect of our life as Christians. And it is a theme geared towards knowing our worth despite what we face in life. It is a theme that expresses our worthiness. It searches into us to find our worthiness, and it remains there. Nothing can change it but ourselves. That means that you can change your worthiness, or you can still hold on to it and have it.
All right. Thank you so much on that. Umenipeleka kwenye kimombo.
Tutachanganya tu leo.
Acha tuone. Tunafanya vipi? Lakini kwa haraka tu labda nikuulize, mtu akiwa amekuwa na low self-esteem kwa muda na labda sasa ndo ameanza kujigundua, ni njia zipi anaweza tumia ili kuweza kujirejesha katika ile hali ya kujitambua vizuri?
Ni vizuri ya kwamba ameshaanza kujielewa ya kwamba amekuwa chini sana, kwa hivyo nitakana abadilishe maisha yake na ameshaanza safari ya kubadilisha. Kumbuka katika maisha tunapenda kusema kwamba ni safari. Ni safari ya kupanda na kushuka, maporomoko ni mengi, milima ni mingi, changamoto zimejaa kochokocho, lakini mwisho wa siku ukishajitambua kwamba haya maisha yana changamoto zake na yana nafasi zake katika maisha ya mwanadamu na ni kawaida kabisa, ni sehemu ya maisha ya mwanadamu, basi uko katika nafasi nzuri sana ya kuishi vizuri. Na umeuliza umekuwa na self-esteem, low self-esteem and you realize you have it, what do you do to come back? And I thought that is a positive side, and what you need to do is just to focus on self-acceptance first of all. You focus on self-acceptance, you accept yourself the way you are, you embrace yourself, you embrace the weaknesses and the strength of yourself, you accept yourself the way you are, you don't listen too much to people's critics, because they will be there to criticize you a lot. So that one, once you accept yourself, then the journey has just begun for you to get salvation of another yourself. Then there is another thing, which is confidence. Confidence is trusting in one's abilities. You accept, then you trust yourself. You trust yourself, the abilities you have. Like when I came here for the first day, it was on Saturday, the other Saturday, and I had never been to a radio station. I just hear people talking, and I just hear people saying I'm going to the radio station. I had never been there, and I saw some students from Changaza University who came here, and they were posting on their status, and I was like, where is this studio? I just hear of it, and I see my colleagues are here. Then I talked to Father Lawrence Mbugwa, who comes from Murang'a and is my classmate. He told me, I can connect you to Radio Maria, you can at least go and share with them. Then I told him, let's do that in May, when I have the courage now to come and say what I want to say. But looking at things, there's another group that came, and then I approached Sister, because they told me, even if you talk to Sister who studies with us in this on Wednesday, she can link you up there, and you can even join in her program, the program I'm now on today. Then I approached Sister. I asked, what is the procedure? She told me, you can come, I will tell you what we are going to discuss, then you just come and we talk. I remember I even came late, 30 minutes after. I was just outside there thinking, what will happen in the studio? I've never been to the studio. So I came in and I talked for some 24 minutes, and it was nice. The fear went away, and I trusted myself, because people had already told me outside there, you are good, you have a good voice, you are creative, you are good for this. Why can't you try this? Now that is how I found myself here. So you need to trust your abilities and the decisions you make. Yeah, once you make a decision that I want to go this way, you must go that way. Once you trust yourself, once you have that confidence that you can do it, then that is it. Then there is another aspect of resilience. As we said earlier on, life is a journey. People are traveling. We are moving from one destination to another destination. And you have to know that you will meet challenges. There are challenges you will meet. There are obstacles we meet on that road of life. There are so many things. And if you have that capacity to bounce back after you fail, then I think that resilience in you, it can help you come out of this effect of low esteem. And then you need also, with that resilience, you need also to know how to handle criticisms constructively. Because you can tell me, Shamba, your voice today on Radio Maria was not good. How do I handle this truth, the way you are saying? How do I handle that constructively? I have to go and work on my voice, so that when you give me a microphone another day, I can come and do wonderful here. Then there is also healthy boundaries, that we can joke. I can joke with you. Sure. And there are things I can joke with you, and there are things I cannot joke with you. There are limits. I can joke to this extent, but past that, then I cannot do that. So there is that considering the boundaries, that you are an elder man, I have to respect you. There are jokes I can make with you, and there are jokes I cannot make with you. I don't just take everything like, you are my father, so I cannot joke with you. No, I still can joke with you. As a young man, I can joke with you. There are jokes kids and fathers make. Like the other day I gave an example of Lawrence Waiganjo from Limuru. The way he deals with his children. There is a boundary. I know they cannot go to a certain extent. They reach a certain extent, they say, this is our father and this is our mother. But from here to here, we can joke, and he can also joke with them. Then another thing is positive self-talk. There is no sin in praising yourself. There is no sin in saying you are the best. We had a class last time at Tangaza University in a unit called performance.
Yeah.
And the lecturer, Beatrice Mag, was asking people of their how they will credit their voices. Yeah. And people were saying 7, it was out of 10, 7 out of 10. Another one 5 out of 10. Another gives him or herself 4. Another one 3. Another one is not even sure. Yeah. I told them 10 out of 10, and everybody was laughing. How confident are you to say that you can score 10 out of 10 with this voice? And I told them, it is me who is giving myself a mark. It is not you who is giving me. You wait at that time when they will ask you about Shamba. Yeah. Then you give him the marks you think he can get in. But for me, it is 10 out of 10. I trust myself, I'm confident, and I know with this voice is 10 out of 10. And then we say now it is the beginning of the semester. Yeah. Let's start working. We shall see where 10 and 10 is. And I think some people like Camila Kisienya and my friend behind the camera now, and Hilary Werunga can testify. They can say that this voice is 10 out of 10. Makosa kidogo tu nikifika kiwango chako huko nyuma ya microphone, basi mimi nitakuwa mwamba katika mazingira haya ya Radio Maria.
Umesema kwamba mimi ni mwamba.
Wewe ni mwamba mzee. Sauti ninapoisikia iko vizuri, imetulia.
Tunashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu.
And
maybe just to interrupt with a question.
Yes.
On your first point, you talked about accepting yourself and accepting where you are, yes, the lives they live, and yes, they have accepted themselves. What will you say about that?
They have accepted themselves.
Yes,
they have not accepted themselves. I think they have not accepted themselves. It is only that they are confused.
All right.
They are just confused, or they have never known who they are. They are still searching.
So how does one exploit their full potential to know who they really are?
In the past sessions we have been having here, Youth Zone with Sister Aurelia.
Yes.
I think I talked about it, and I said that no one can be alone in this life.
Yeah, sure.
You are because I am. You are a journalist. Yes, we are a journalist because of the listeners outside there.
Exactly.
If those listeners are not there, my friend, you are nothing. You are just talking to yourself and the microphone before you and the computer maybe before you.
Yeah, sure.
So we need each other. And for you to discover what you can do, you must go outside there and meet other people. And that is why we said youth should come out of their cocoons, as they put it,
yeah,
and meet other people. We cannot just remain that because we are youth of St. Peter's Clever here in Nairobi, so we remain just in Nairobi, we remain in Nairobi. We need to mingle, to discover. We need to participate in this, in the activities outside there with other youth to discover ourselves. I will not have discovered that I can become a journalist if I never met other people. You know, I used to meet other people, and even there is one guy I remember in this journey, a very good friend of mine, Deacon Felix Munyao. He will tell me, you can make a good journalist.
Yeah.
You can make a good journalist. Why can't you go for it? And I started going for it. In fact, he told me, open your YouTube channel and a Facebook account. You start posting your things there. Then I did that on YouTube. I remember I did that in YouTube, and the first week, I only had 2 views. And this guy told me that I am good in this, and I'm also influential, so you can influence people on YouTube. And I have 2 views. Yeah. And I am sure 1 view was his, and another one was mine.
Yeah.
Just 2. I had to pull down that video. And then he pushed me, told me, go back. Yeah. And put another video now. So from there, now I started, at least, people started following.
Having consistency.
Yes. So unless you mingle with other people, unless you walk around with other people. You will never discover your talent. And I know, even you behind that microphone, there is somebody who pushed you to that.
Yeah, when I joined university, coming from the ghetto, from Eastlands.
Yes.
And then there I am studying in Karen. You wake up in the morning from the hostels, and all the vehicles that you see are V8s, Range Rovers. That really changed my perspective about life.
Yes.
Because on the other end, I was used to, I wake up and I see 6 matatus first.
Yes.
Then next I see about 7 or 8 Probox.
Yes.
I'm not saying that people who own Probox are not born vehicles, but there are levels that you can really tell by things people own. I can say that it really changed my perspective about life and how to approach life. Yes. And is one of the things that really pushed me to working towards
the dream you have now.
Yes, towards my dream, and which I'm still keeping on and working. So I want to move to another very crucial question that I want to ask you about self-esteem. We've only covered about low self-esteem.
Yes.
There are people who have a high self-esteem, and I want you to give maybe a difference or how self-esteem in general, we have high and low,
yes,
can affect both personal and professional relationships.
Yes.
How can self-esteem affect personal and professional relationships with regards to low self-esteem and high self-esteem?
Okay. One of the aspects of positive self-esteem is a healthy relationship. Now let me just use the healthy relationship to tackle both the other side and the positive and the negative side. When you have healthy relationships, you attract people, you attract your colleagues, you attract people at your working place, and that one, if you can maintain, it is only healthy if you can maintain it. But if you cannot maintain it, then it becomes something else.
Sure.
Now, when you can maintain it, you have the right esteem to maintain it. And if you have a low esteem, then you will ruin it within a short period of time. Like you can find people, somebody is getting married. By the way, some people get married because of either low esteem or high esteem. That you just found yourself, like you were talking the other week, you talked about somebody came and refused to go back home.
Yes.
It is because of esteem. Some have high, they trust you,
all right,
and they don't want to go back. They are ready to stay, even when you are not ready.
Yeah.
They are ready, especially with women. You know, women have the age.
Yeah.
They have, for them, they have something in numbers with them in their heads, so that when they reach a certain age, they must have accomplished something.
All right.
So when she comes and she doesn't go home, then it means that actually the age, something is telling her in her mind that it is your time now to. If you don't score this, you will not score it. But for a man looks at the woman with the right esteem he has, then he tells himself, I cannot provide for this woman. If I took her today, I'll waste her life. Yeah. And then the man is not ready. Until when he will be ready to tell you, now I can provide for you, I can take you for an outing, I can treat you the way they say it. They say that I can treat you, and when he is ready, that's when he can do it. Now, if you can maintain this relationship, like I'm married, and I can maintain this marriage, then it means that I have a right self-esteem. It is moderate. I can maintain it. But now you can ruin it also. When you have low, I was saying that people got married because of this low esteem. Yeah. Like, how will the village look at me
without a wife?
Now, you can now imagine I am not married, or I don't have a man of my own.
Yeah.
I don't have a woman of my own.
Yeah.
and I am of this age, my classmates, all my age mates in the village, they have married, now people are talking about me. Because of that, you look at yourself, you criticize yourself, then you hate yourself, then you push yourself into marriage.
Find someone.
At least for people to say, so and so also has a woman, a wife, or okay, he did it.
Yeah.
So and so is also living.
All right. So on that note, I'm happy that this particular question is going to be broken down to so many other sub-topics that you are going to talk about. That brings me to societal pressures.
Yes.
How does societal pressure affect an individual's self-esteem?
And it is not just societal. You can even put it like media pressure.
All right.
Like Guardian put it, media pressure. You want to take photos with a background that looks magnificent,
right,
at least to threaten people. And now this societal pressure, it affects the esteem, because when you are pushed to get married, you are pushed to construct that house, you are pushed to go to university, and you cannot give what the university material gives outside there. You cannot give what a husband is giving. Then it affects you, because now you start looking at yourself as a failure. The society pushed you to go there, to buy a car. But now you cannot maintain that car. Fuel, if you try your level best, you put there 100 shillings. Fuel. So the car is just hanging outside there. Na huko nyumbani vijijini wanasema tutaanika hapo nguo. So they used to hang their clothes and weka kwa hiyo gari. Yes, weka hiyo gari sasa. So that pressure, it ruins your esteem, because now if you don't give what the society wants, because they wanted you to buy a car, you have bought it. They wanted you to join politics. You join politics thinking that the same people who pushed you into it, they will vote for you. Then now they start criticizing you, the way you are poor, the way I don't know you have done what and what, you don't have manners. So they kill you. You find yourself into depression. So if you don't get what was expected by the society, then the same society will pull you down, and that is it.
Now, this one is, I want us to define or maybe differentiate a high self-esteem and arrogance. Or call it...
Okay, there is low and high, and low and high.
Yeah.
But when it is beyond high, then it is destructive. And when it is destructive, then we can now talk about the ego.
Yeah.
You find there are people, even in class, you find them, they are just competing. They even competed by themselves, by the way. You competed with this guy, you finished, you won, but you're still competing. And now you don't know whom you are competing with, but you are competing with yourself. So ego is where you consider yourself a lot. You think everything is...
Is that bad? Thinking about yourself,
it is bad in a sense. In some way it is bad.
Yeah.
Because, as we said, for example, this is a Catholic studio.
Yeah.
And this is a round table.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know why they made a round table?
I don't know, tell us.
So that you cannot hide anything. The microphones are here, everybody can use them. If somebody came here, I will be interviewing somebody here. Everybody will be here sharing these things. Round tables always are for sharing. That is a community. And as this is a youth zone, as youth, we don't take everything to ourselves. We need to give ourselves to other people. And that is the role of service. You serve other people. Because if you are egocentric, then you forget about other people. Like in this studio, if we became egocentric, then we shall close all the lines. People cannot call in to ask questions. People cannot do anything. It is just between me and you. But this studio is for everybody, for youth. That's why I'm calling them to call in and talk. All the mamas, CWS, all the CMS, to come in and own this studio. It is their own. So it is not bad to be egocentric, but to some extent it is bad. And it is even sin to be egocentric. You should not be.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Can't we call that self-awareness? where do you draw the line between self-awareness and egocentrism?
Self-awareness is where you know yourself, you know your needs,
yes,
you know what you need and what you don't need.
So,
but egocentrism is where you want to capture everything. Everything that passes, that is mine. A good car comes, you see your neighbor has bought a car, you don't know how he plans to maintain that car, you also go and buy a car. You come and park it there. You see somebody has bought a motorbike, you also go and bring it, buy here. You see one mama has joined the CWA, you also tell your wife, go and join, which is good. You see your son, a son of a neighbor is going to school, to a high school, a big school, you also take your child there. You want to have everything. And when they praise another person, you feel bad. Because they are not talking about you. You want them to talk, every community member to talk about you. Okay. That's egocentrism. That's not self-awareness. In fact, these people who are egocentric, they don't know themselves. Okay. Sometimes they do it ignorantly.
So let's get it. Also takes me to another angle.
Yes.
Of this particular question.
Yes.
There are these people who say, like, me being aware of myself, or maybe me having this ego, helped me overcome some things.
Yes.
You can't let everything get into you.
Yes.
Or you don't listen to everybody. Let's break it further to right now. There's this debate about Gen Zs.
Yes.
Point of behavior between Gen Zs and millennials and maybe the baby boomers and Gen X on how they're handling different situations. Yes. Like right now, for many employers who are dealing with the Gen Zs, they're giving the experiences in different podcasts. When you listen around, you'll hear that they say Gen Zs are people that they know what they want. There's a difference. Where do we draw that line where we know what we want and lacking wisdom about what we want?
Like you know what you want, yes, but you don't know what to do with what you want. Like I want the car,
yeah,
but I don't know how to use that. What I will do with that car.
So I'm employing
that is it.
I'm employing you,
yes,
for a job,
yes,
at my company. Then I can see your delivery is very, very good. You are very good, one of my best employees.
Yes.
But then you tell me, never call me past 5 for work-related issues. Who knows themselves? Who's right?
I think before you are employed, you are at least you know the rules, and your boss can call you at any time. Your boss can call you at any
according
time.
To labor laws.
Yes, and that is why I'm telling you.
According to labor laws.
Yes.
I usually say this. I even usually tell when we are with Father George, the priest director here.
Yes.
As much as we need to be good Christians, we also need to be good citizens.
Yes.
Yeah. Mwananchi mzuri, Kristo mzuri.
Kristo mzuri.
There are labor laws. So these people are inclined to, I know who I am, I know myself, I know the law, what the law says, and this. So don't call me past 5.
No, now if that's a condition. If you put there that condition, yeah, then you don't fit to be, because there is a law, yeah, that allows, like in this studio, there's a law that allows the director, Father Mwaniki George, yeah, to do something, yeah, with the employees. But if now you put the condition that you don't call me past this time, yeah, then it is better I don't consider you because I may need you at that time. Yeah, it is just good that you need to understand also, yeah, beside the labor laws, yeah, there are also guidelines within the parameters you're working in. So you need also to listen to them. You don't just dwell on one side of the law that favors you, yeah, and you don't listen to your friend or your employee who has another set of laws that governs the company he or she is running. You need to be just considerate. And if you become considerate, then you will be understanding the society you are living in. You need to understand your boss, and your boss needs to understand you. He didn't just come up with a call you and tell you, hey, brother, I need you now in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go any further, let's see, maybe listen to what our people have to say And we have Jeremy Wadandora is saying he's following the conversation. Good teachings. Mtoto wa kifalme, huyo ni Jeremy Wadandora. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for following up. Then we have Sister Rosemary. Amesema, wow, Pilgrims of Hope, together in prayer. What a surprise, mtoto wa kifalme. I believe the surprise is about my English today because I'm not speaking Swahili. Yeah. Yes, let me believe it's that. Yes. But she further says that Sister Rose Nduku from Spain anasema niko present kabisa, shamba wa shamba, na msalimie sasa sana, ni rafiki mkubwa sana.
Yeah, she used to keep me in Spain, by the way.
Oh.
She's from Sevilla. Utrera. There is a certain municipality called Utrera in Spain, Sevilla. Yeah. And I used to go there for holidays in their convents.
So it means all of us have gone abroad.
My friend.
Me have been to Uganda so many times.
No, you went to abroad.
Yes.
There is a difference between abroad and overseas. So I went to overseas.
No, I crossed through Lake Victoria.
My friend, my friend. That is now prioritizing yourself, which is very good. Esteem. It is all about esteem.
Through Lake Victoria on a plane, then landed went to Juba, then we came back. You know.
Then that sister.
Yes.
She's called Rosemary Ndugu.
Yeah.
Ndugu.
Yes.
They have another Nana again.
Yeah.
Called my mwendando. She's my good girlfriend. Okay. She's called Lucy.
Yes.
Lucy. Then there are 3 in the same convent.
All right.
There are 3 sisters biological sisters.
Oh.
Biological sisters. 3 of them in the same convent.
They are earthly sisters.
Sisters, heavenly sisters.
Wow. That's
Then they have one who did not join them now. She's married. She's here in Utawala. Called Mary.
So she further asks a question.
Yes.
If I can ask, this self-ego, can it lead to jealousy? And of course, creating division among people in the society?
It is already jealousy. Because if you are prioritizing yourself before everybody, always, then you are jealous of people getting these things. You go to buy a car because somebody else has bought it, just because of ego. You want to have it, not any other person. So it is already dividing people. In fact, it has divided the nation already. That viongozi wanataka tu hao wakule, sio sisi tule huku nje. Yeah, it is already dividing everywhere. And even in the convents, I hope ego doesn't affect her convent.
Right.
The other side.
And this is what I usually say, that imagine 100 years from now.
Yes.
Nobody will be there.
Yes.
Of this generation.
Yes.
And nobody of that generation will remember you.
Yes.
Will even have a clue about who you are.
Yes.
So this issue of people maybe killing others because of material possessions, like sinking a friend's boat in the ocean, ungoje hata kukue na mawimbi, wewe unaangusha tu boti ya mwenzako.
Yes. And you know, talking of the boat, the ocean or the sea is very vast, it's very big.
Exactly.
Everybody, if we said everybody to drop his boat, we shall all of us can sail in it. Yeah. But you know, some people with the ecocentric behaviors would think of themselves and they don't think of the neighbors around them.
Yeah.
They think they are the only ones with the right to own a boat and to sail in that sea. Even when it is vast, the ocean is very big, there is large waters there, but you still want to drink all the waters alone. Impossible.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sasa waga nasema kwamba kwa sababu hatutakuwa hapa miaka 200 inakuja.
Yes.
Na tunangangania sana kuweza kuwa na kila kitu. Unajua kutoka sasa hivi kuendelea mbele, kuelekea tukianza kuhesabu miaka 100 kutoka sasa hivi kuendelea mbele.
Yes.
Labda mbakisha dakika 20 ndugu yangu.
Labda. You never know.
Labda mimi nimebakisha miaka 70.
Wewe 70 toka hapo. 70 toka hapo. Rudi huko nyuma bwana. Now, talking of ecocentric behaviors.
Yes.
I am just trying to imagine if Sister Aurelia,
yeah,
the one who runs this show,
yeah,
the Youth Zone,
exactly,
was ecocentric.
Yeah.
do you think Youth Zone today would have been here? Because the other day I was here as a guest, and she told me, step in for me.
Yeah.
If she was egocentric, then I would not have come back here. But I came back because she's so generous.
Yeah.
She listened to me and she said, this one can come and host here.
It's very simple. Like, you're losing, there's nothing we are losing as a studio.
Yes.
If we get a new person to do something new.
Yes.
There is nothing she's gaining as a person when she holds the position for herself.
Yes.
And she's not able to do it, to do the show at that particular time.
That is it.
Yeah. All right. We have a comment from Pamela from Saudi Arabia. Anasema mafundisho mazuri sana, anafuatilia. Asante sana. So right about now, I want us to take a quick break. Then we'll come back after the Divine Mercy Chaplet. All right?
Yes.
Now allow me to go back to my Swahili.
Yes, unaweza rudi tu kwa Kiswahili. Hata mimi mwenyewe Mswahili, tunaongea Kiswahili. Ina shida.
All right. Asante sana mpenzi msikilizaji, zimekatika dakika 40 kwa ajili ya rosari hiyo ambayo itakuwa inakuja kutoka mida hiyo. Tutakuwa tunasali hapa studioni pamoja na wewe sehemu yote ile ambayo wewe upo. Na hivyo basi, ili tuweze kujitayarisha, ni muhimu ya kwamba uweze kutuma nia zako kupitia nambari zetu za studio SMS platform. Tunapatikana kupitia 23405, yani 23405. Nambari hiyo ni bure bila utuzwi ada yoyote ukituma jumbe zako pale. Ama pia tunapatikana kupitia nambari yetu ya WhatsApp ambayo ni 0796485132, 0796485132. Na zaidi ya yote pia waweza kunipigia simu moja kwa moja kupitia 0110002009, yani 0110002009. Tunapatikana pale uweze kupitisha nia zako ili tuweze kuungana kwenye rosari hiyo mida hiyo ya saa 9 dhuhuri. Kwa sasa nataka nikuache na kibao ambacho kinasema enyi vijana kutoka St. Mary's Youth Choir kwa Njenga. So stay tuned to 107.3 FM Radio Maria Kenya Nairobi, which is a Christian voice in your home. Mimi naitwa Johnny Silent Frodo, kipendo na niita mtoto wa kifalme. Uchunga takuwa na 8 na zinaendelea kupunguka. Sasa nataka tuweze kuchukua dakika 0 ili kuweza kuelezea mambo fulani ili tuweze kuwa tuko pamoja. Na hivi basi labda tukiwa tunatamatisha kipindi, Bwana Shamba wa Shamba, karibu tena ndani ya kipindi.
Asante sana.
Yes, tukiwa katika ile hatua ya mwisho, tunarejea katika kizungu. Alright, sawa.
Tunaweza ambatana tu kwa Kiswahili ambacho. Acha tuchanganye basi.
Tuseme kwa mfano, kuna zile njia ambazo mtu anaweza kutumia. Unajua atmos nataka tuweze kuzungumzia wale ambao wako na low self esteem, kwa sababu wao ndio wale wanaathirika sana katika maisha ya kawaida. Ningependa kuulizia kama kuna daily practical exercises ambazo mtu anaweza kufanya ili kuweza kuimprove their self esteem, iweze kuwa moderate ama iweze kuwa katika vile viwango ambavyo vinasaidia mwanadamu.
Ya, labda nianze tu kusema kwamba nashukuru wale wote wanaotusikiliza. Sister Rosa ameniambia anaenda sala za mchana. Unajua sasa hivi Hispania bado ni mchana hivi. Huko kwetu jioni imefika, lakini kule kwingine ndio basi kuna pambauka hivi. Kwa hiyo niseme tu kwamba asanteni sana wasikilizaji wetu wa siku ya leo, na niendelee kuomba muendelee kusikiliza Radio Maria Parokia 1. Na kulingana na swali lako, labda unaweza anza tu kuuliza hivyo ukijua kwamba umeshajifahamu. Wewe kama wewe umeshajifahamu ya kwamba mimi ni wa aina hii. Mimi esteem yangu ama thamani ya nafsi yangu ni ya chini ama ni ya juu. Ukishajua kwamba iko namna gani, hapo ndio utaanza safari ya kujitambua na kuona kwamba unaenda wapi. Kwanza kabisa, I would like to say that once you identify yourself as a low esteemed person, then you must now begin working. And how do you identify yourself as a low esteemed person? If you have these characters, then you are that person. Number 1, there is this character called negative self-perception. You just look at yourself and you say, I am not worthy. You just accept yourself the way you asked me the other time that you accept yourself. Yeah. Even when you are negative, you accept it. Now you accept that you are worthless. Once you start accepting yourself in a society that you are worthless, then that one means you are of low esteem. Then sensitivity to criticism. Kitu kidogo tu kimesha kuweka nje. Hata ukivaa nguo unavaa nguo lakini unajiangalia unasema watanionaje? Umeshaanza kujiuliza maswali tayari. Unaogopa watasema nini kule kwingine. So once you are sensitive to criticism, even petty things you want to be sensitive to them, then you are a person of low self-esteem. Then fear of failure. Like you are a journalist, you want everything to go wow. You just want success. You fear even now trying because you know hii kitu nikijaribu naweza anguka. Hii nitafeli hii. Na kwa sababu ya nitafeli, it is better I withdraw. And you will even see this among the youth in the different parishes. They see there is a project here. Others are saying, let's invest in this project. Let's invest our time and our energy in this project. But because one of them is a low-esteemed person, he know or she knows this project it will fail. We are not going to succeed. He withdraws. He doesn't want to work with them. That is, and also they fear rejection. You think that if I said I want this, like this one always goes to those ones who go to the seminaries. And I was there once and I know it. People fear going to the seminaries. Do you know why? Because they fear it. What if I went and I was advised to go back home? So if I went there and I was advised to go back home, then it will be very bad for me. So they fear.
Interrupt.
Yes.
Allow me.
You are allowed.
I'm allowed.
Yes, you are allowed.
Or you advised to go back.
No. We shall meet and talk about it. Yeah, we shall talk about it offline. so sometimes people fear to go there because it's not an automatic journey.
Yeah.
You can go, and just
assessed.
from nowhere they just advise you. I think this life is not yours. Just like you went for marriage guidance and they tell you this woman you want to marry. Is not for you. Change your mind. You have time to change. So people fear that rejection and they fear failures. Then there is that also another characteristic of low self-esteem people is social withdrawal. Like you are in the control room there. If they brought there like 4 journalists to stay with you there, you'll be like, I'm not comfortable here. You just feel uncomfortable being with other people. Because maybe what they discuss or what they own, you don't have it. Nowadays we use an excuse of, I'm not of that class. That class is a high class.
But Ashamba,
yes.
Let me challenge you.
Yes.
Don't we see that there is another aspect of maybe introverted people? And
that would have been my very first point. We use that as an excuse.
An excuse, yeah.
It is an excuse. Introvert, who told you that introverts do not mingle with people? They mingle with people. They like being inside there, but they will still want to go to church. They will still want to associate with other people. Yes.
What I believe, it's just the vocabulary that is there. You know, people writing the dictionary also needed pages to fulfill some other things. Yes. And it might be a misplaced vocabulary somewhere. But I think we need each other.
Yes, we need each other.
Yeah.
Right.
In every aspect of life.
Yes.
There's nothing you can do alone.
Yes.
So
but also introverts, I think introverts, they are introverts. Being an introvert is not a bad thing.
So people misuse it.
They misuse it
as
that unajua mimi sipendi kukaa na watu. Upendi kukaa na watu namna gani? Ni kutafuta nafasi ya kuhepa tu. People just fear, they have that fear in themselves that they will misjudge me or they will judge me.
No, not even an issue of misjudge. This comes with people maybe who don't read.
Yes.
You are less of knowledge.
Yes.
So you feel like if I sit with a certain group of people, the discussion will leave me out and
yes,
notice.
Yes.
So because of that fear, someone will be like, you know, I don't like. I'm never active when I'm in large groups of people.
Yes.
It's all about that.
That is it.
Amongst ourselves in life is all about knowledge.
Yes.
It's knowledge that creates that difference.
Yes.
Like I can tell you, maybe that laptop over there that you're using, because of the knowledge that the manufacturer had, they sell it whichever amount they are selling it.
Yes.
Let's say they are selling it at 50-something thousand. What if that thing costs 2,000 or 1,000 shillings, or maybe 5 shillings? It's because we don't know what the manufacturer uses or what they do to come up with that thing. So because they know that they want to set the price.
Yes.
If you came with your own product, you set your own price.
You set your own price.
Yes.
And that's why I will even tell the youth that we are like commodities. We can set our own prices. Yeah, if you want to be worthy before people, you will be. And if you don't want to be, they will still take you as a useless thing, mediocre.
But I think it's very simple to set our prices. We can
say it is very easy, but maintaining now it is another thing.
We can say we are priceless.
We have a price.
We are priceless.
No, we have a price.
If we put prices on our, what price? What is it that we can value to you as a person?
As a person?
Yeah.
To me as a person, there are characteristics
that's
of
something
people
that we can exchange. Like we give this to someone. We give this speaker, this monitor speaker to your father. Then they give
No, I'm very expensive. So, you cannot exchange me with anything.
Exactly.
This one.
So we are priceless.
So you cannot exchange me with anything. What I know is that I'm too expensive for people to maybe for common people who are not people to have me. And that one I mean, there are human beings that are not human. Humanity in them is zero. It is not there. So they look like people, they dress like us, they walk around like us, they speak like us, but they are not human beings, because humanity, that value went away. Yeah, so for me I'm very expensive, and if I found such people who are animals, then we won't. Then I was also saying another thing is to these people who are low self-esteem, there is also another aspect of difficulty asserting oneself. Like, there are people, by the way, in this world, if you told them, let's go to Radio Maria, yes. Let's go to the toilet, yes. Let's go to church, yes. Let's go to this meeting, yes. They always fight with this word no. They cannot say no. They don't know how to say no. And once you are of that type, you want to accept everything. Every responsibility thrown to you, it is mine. Everything is said there, yes, I accept. Then you are of that kind. Because if you allow people to take advantage of yourself or making a decision of yourself, then you have lost it.
Okay, now Shamba.
Yes.
We pray that Sister Aurelia gives you another chance to come back. Because when I look at my watch,
yes,
we are behind time.
Yes.
And I would like to give you maybe a second to just complete the program.
Yes.
And we'll leave it at that. Then we'll meet next week, God willing.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks to Radio Maria management here in Nairobi for giving me this opportunity. And I thank all the listeners who have been listening to us. Today I didn't hear people from Limuru. I don't know where they are. I think I should follow them. But Sister Pauline had promised to follow us. I think she's following somewhere. So I just take this opportunity to thank God for the opportunity, and thank Radio Maria for the opportunity, and also thank you for at least hosting me here today. And as you say, I hope Sister Aurelia will also allow me to come back again and again and again. And to the person who has been controlling my camera, that is Camila Kisienya, aka Trinity, my colleague at Tangaza University, I say thank you very much for. You may not appear here. I don't know if he can say hi to also people to hear his voice. Are you around? You say hi at least. Just say hi and say you have been around also.
Okay, to all Radio Maria listeners, let me wish to say hi to you. My name is Camilas Kisienya, aka Trinity, student Tangaza, a videographer, photographer. You can always find me out on social media platforms, and we can share more. I'm privileged to be here today, and I hope to be here once more again. Thank you to our controller there. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the person who normally shoots my things, who normally works on my things. So today I said I must come with him here at Radio Maria to at least see the studio, and maybe we boost his esteem.
Yeah.
He might be a victim of low self-esteem. So today, because he has been in the studio, now I announce that they will make a lot of noise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thank you very much, brother.
You also stay blessed.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Shamba, and everyone else who has been with us on this particular program. I want to say thank you so much for being here with me. Not exactly from 11 because we had an outside broadcast from 11 to up to 1. Thank you so much for those who followed the outside broadcast. That was mass from Songari. It was an annual PMC mass which was celebrated by His Eminence John Cardinal Njue. Thank you so much. Na kwa wale wote ambao wameweza kuingia katika kipindi wakaweza kutuma jumbe, wakaweza kupiga simu, asanteni sana. Mpenzi msikilizaji, nataka nikukumbusha kwamba Radio Maria Kenya ni Rubin Radio ambayo haifanyi matangazo ya kibiashara, na kwa sababu hatufanyi matangazo ya kibiashara, tunakutegemea wewe Mkristo mwenye heri njema, wewe ambaye unanisikiliza wakati huu katika kuweza kuendeleza kazi ya Injili ambayo Radio Maria inafanya. Na unasaidia Radio Maria kwa njia 3. Njia ya kwanza ni kusikiliza Radio Maria. Ukiwa umesikiliza Radio Maria, umekuwa kama mjumbe ambaye unaendeleza kutanua sauti iweze kwenda mbali zaidi. Na pia jambo la pili ambalo unaweza kusaidia na Radio Maria ni kwa kutuombea. Ukituombea tu unakuwa umefanya jambo la muhimu zaidi. Na jambo la 3 ambalo pia ni muhimu sana, kama unasikiliza vizuri, bali ni zaidi. Alafu hapa ni sana. Sasa katika kutusaidia katika njia ya 3, unatusaidia katika kutoa mchango, kwa sababu hizi misa ambazo tunafanya kutoka nje, ambazo zinafikia wagonjwa, zinafikia wale watu ambao makanisa yako mbali sana na wao, inakuja kwa sababu yako wewe. Na kwa miaka 5 ni umekuwa ukitusupport, na kufikia sasa hivi naamini ya kwamba Mwenyezi Mungu ataendelea kukupatia nguvu ya kuweza kutusupport, na pia wewe hali yako itaendelea kuwa vizuri sana. Na hivyo basi tuko na paybill number ambayo ni 320015 320015. Kwenye hiyo paybill number unaweka kiwango chochote cha hela ambacho unawezewa, na ukishaweka pale account number, unaweka pale jina lako zuri, utakuwa umefanya vizuri. Kwa mfano unaweka pale account name Shamba wa Shamba. Umefanya vizuri sana. Utakuwa umetusaidia na utakuwa pia umehusika moja kwa moja katika kuendeleza kazi ya Mama Maria ya uinjilishaji. Hivyo basi mimi sio mwingi wa mambo, nataka nikutakie jioni njema, dhuhuri njema, tukiwa tunaendelea mbele. Na hivyo basi sasa hivi nataka nikuache mikononi salama mwa Bwana Job Muhwana mwana wa Njavera, ambaye anakuja kwa ajili ya sports fiesta. Alright. Kijana amekwisha fika hapa ndani ya studio. Bwana Job, mambo fresh sana.
Mambo ni bulai, mambo fresh kabisa.
Kwanza leo unajua kuna timu kubwa inacheza.
But I think your game imeanza Everton na Manchester.